Hey, it's Don the Auction Professor here. Today I have another BOLO item for you. It's something that's really cheap that most people walk by. We're going to talk about feature matchbooks. Now, most people probably don't even know what that is. Let's go over there right now and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here are feature matches. Now, feature matchbooks have a design on the matches. It's the only real difference. This is die cut in this one here, but most don't seem to be die cut, the ones that I've run across. They just look like normal matchbooks from the outside. So we usually look inside of almost every matchbook that looks different, odd, unique, that may have some sort of value even without the feature matchbooks. And this one's a perfect example of a really nice feature matchbook. As you can see, the designs go across the matches. As you rip one match off the front, the same design is usually on the next one down. So as long as you don't take all of the matches in one row, you will still have the design on here. So this is just a real good example. With a normal matchbook, you may only get, $5 to say 20 or 30 bucks. Feature matchbooks, though, on the other hand, can go up to a couple $100 a piece. So these are usually the ones that I really, really want. I know they sell really quickly. Any feature matchbook you find will be gone on your first list, guaranteed. They sell really quick as long as they're good and your price is right on them. 8 bids, $67. Another good example here is Trotskys Dining Rooms and Catering. From the outside, it just looks like a normal matchbook. And that's literally the key on some of these, that if you walk around, you'll see people not even investigating matchbooks at all because they think they're just junk. Any of these vintage ones, I usually quickly open up and at least see from the side if there's anything on the matches. Because a plain, everyday matchbook from the outside could turn into a $260 one like this one here just by having something on the matches. Perfect example here. This is a really nice one here. You pull it off. Sometimes there's actually other images below this, so it may be different on the other side. Now, shipping matches, these should all go, every one of these should go ground. So you'd want to write that. You've got to look into that if you're going to sell them. There are match sellers on eBay that have 100,000 matchbooks. No exaggeration. These are real sites. There's people that only sell matchbooks on eBay. Most people would be surprised to see that. Not me, just because I've sold matches for a very, very long time. Another subscriber, Mike, in my chat, and we talk a lot, or have. A subscriber of mine, Mike, has turned me on a little more to looking into them because he sells them in bunches, and it was a good call out in one of my live shows. So $165 for this one, rather unique. They do them for advertising, all kinds of different reasons you would find feature matchbooks. Just not one kind of matches, but $165 on this one. Another one, Tam OShanter. There's a Tam OShanter here in my local area. It's a Scottish thing, as you can see. Nice early example. This one's $123. Another one, this is the Olympic Games from 1932 in Los Angeles. And you can see the nice graphic design for a candy company on here with their caricature. Now, I'm not sure if that's a pig, which would be kind of in a bad taste to sell candy and then have your character a pig, or maybe a fox or something like that. But either way, it's rather unique. You can see the difference in the heads on the matches themselves. Rather unique all the way across the board. $113 on this one. Another example for a taxi company. As you can see, it actually has the taxi company's taxi on the front and a phone number to call them. And this was $89 on that one with 10 bids. I've walked behind people who passed up matches, didn't even look at them, thought they were just junk, and I've pulled some good feature matchbooks out of some of these collections and assortments at sales. And we've always done very, very well. Even plain matches, as I said, can sell, but feature matchbooks are what you really want. There's a bunch of these as well that have nudity on them, so you're going to see a lot of pinup styles. Those go very well also, but I'm not going to put them here in this kind of platform. So just another good example of a busboy, a bellboy, something along that line. Advertising a cleaning service, certified cleaning. Next one is a Naval tailoring service. They tailor uniforms. Obviously, they have some U.S. sailors on it. Unique, interesting. These ones go very well. You could put WW2 or something along that line in here too, and they'd probably sell a little better. And the next one here is Daveys Ingenious Machine Airplane Metal Limbs. Pretty unique name, but it's basically artificial limbs. And this one went for almost 70 bucks as well. Next one is the Biltmore Hotel in Miami. It's their nightclub. Nice stage scene, semi-risque, I would say. This one went for 65 bucks. Next one is the Coconut Grove nightclub in Boston. Let's take a look at the matches themselves, and it even has Coconut Grove. These were custom made just for them. Rather unique again. These are all neat items to find. $61 on this one. Next one here is for Baby Ruth candy bars. It actually has a picture of the candy bar on each of the matches. Nice, interesting one. $52, 8 bids. Next one here is Tidal gasoline, an engineer in every gallon, just talking about the quality of the gas. Unique one, $34. Everyone's not worth a fortune, but still $34 for a matchbook that most people don't pay attention to is a good return on your investment. Here's a $50 one for Dawson's Ale lager beer, and it looks like little beer bottles on these. There's a bunch that look like bottles. The matches are in the shape of bottles, and it's not just beer. There's soda ones as well, too. This one went again for 50 bucks, basically. Another one for the Rose Hotel in San Francisco. Art Deco, interesting design. This same image is on Luggage Labels as well, so you can find it in many sources, the same basic image. It's on the outside as well. It only went for 8 bucks on here because it is a more common one. They're not all worth a fortune, but it's a quick turnaround either way you go. Next one here is Royal Palm Restaurant in Brooklyn. Nice Art Deco image, $44, 17 bids. And as I've said, they're not super high movers, but they do sell quickly, and you will get a good return on your investment. Most of the time, you can get these for $1 or $2 at the very most. If you buy in a big lot from people who don't know that feature matches are there, you could get a couple of them for just a couple of bucks. So $43, 6 bids on K&S Eat Shop, just a little tiny restaurant in Minneapolis. Here's another one for John Deere, 45 bucks. Some of these for John Deere and things like that, you could just put them up for 75 bucks bin BO, and you would probably sell them for much higher in my book. I've had a few of these. Some folks aren't really sure on the value of these. Terapeak does work for checking out value if you're not aware. I have another video coming up on Terapeak, which we'll touch on also. So another feature one for Cigar Maker, and they're in the shape of a cigar. This is rather interesting because it would flame at the one end just like a real cigar would. So interesting concept. 40 bucks on this one from Philadelphia. Next one's Manners Big Boy. Now, Frisch's, Elias, there was many brandings of Big Boy, depending on where they were from. I remember this one way back in the day when I was a child. There was still some Mannings. This is from Cleveland. I was born and raised in Ohio, so I've seen some of these before. This exact one. 40 bucks basically on this one. Next one here is an interesting World War II one with bombs going after Hitler. It actually has his there trying to dominate the globe. It's for war bonds as well. So the subject matter on one side isn't so good, but the cause and what this was made for had a good feature to it, as well as being a feature matchbook. So this one went for $166. All of the World War II figures you would see on matchbooks, you can still find them. Japanese, whatever the case may be, you're still going to find them. Italian ones, Mussolini is on some also. So you're going to find this sort of subject matter. Nudes, as I said, and pinups are a very big part of matchbooks in general. So you will run across a ton of those also. But that's what I have for you today. Well, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.